Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you.
Taylor and Ridge had a romantic meal. In the CEO's office, Hope rambled on how great Zend was, but Brooke was preoccupied. She stated she was thinking about Ridge and wondering if he was with Taylor. Hope stated that the takeover was the cause for Ridge and Brooke breaking up. Brooke says it hurt how quickly Ridge went to Taylor. She realized Ridge felt deceived, but nothing she said made a difference. It's Taylor he wants to be with now. Not me, Brooke shared. Brooke told Hope she had been doing some real soul-searching and whether or not she should stay on as Forrester's CEO. Hope added that Ridge was simply trying to make her feel terrible for backing Hope and Carter. Ridge is a Forrester. They think they know what is best for this organization, but they are wrong, Hope explained. She assured Brooke she still believed in Carter's vision. She raved about the years Carter had planned and thought about how to build the company. Brooke stated it just didn't feel right without Eric and Ridge involved in the firm. I know what else doesn't feel right, the way Ridge is treating you and how cruel he has been, Hope told her mom. She reminded Brooke to be upset over Ridge turning to Taylor. Brooke said Ridge wouldn't be with Taylor if he didn't want to be and questioned if she was who he'd wanted to be with all along. Brooke informed Hope again that she didn't agree with the coup or that Carter was moving the company in a whole different way. Hope explained all the reasons Carter was fantastic and what his goals were for a global luxury line, adding that they were this close to landing Daphne Rose. That's my point. Carter is moving full force ahead, knowing full well how the Forresters feel about this, and it's like pouring gasoline on a fire, Brooke told her. Well, he doesn't see it that way, and neither do I, Hope responded adamantly. Hope thought Carter was taking big chances and making things happen for potentially big returns and assumed, as CEO, Brooke would be delighted about that. Brooke stated the divisiveness going on wasn't good for anybody. The company's moving forward, with or without them, Hope shrugged. She advised Brooke to be excited to be part of the changes and the future success, but Brooke acknowledged it was hard to get motivated at the present. Because Ridge is with Taylor now, Hope groaned. Brooke inquired how it came to this, her and Ridge apart. Taylor in his arms instead of me, Brooke reflected regretfully. At the Cliff home, Steffi and Finn had the place to themselves, with Taylor at Ridge's and the kids spending the night elsewhere. Finn remarked that he observed a car departing as he came home and wondered who had been over. Steffi told him that it was someone who was going to help her get Forrester back from Carter and Hope. Finn questioned what her strategy was. Something Carter and Hope won't see coming. And when they do, it'll be too late, Steffi told him. Steffi stated to Finn that Daphne Rose had come over, and she was going to work her magic and seduce Carter to divide his unholy relationship with Hope. Steffi looked at a photo of her grandmother, Stephanie, and stated she'd learned from the best how to defend her family at any costs. Finn asked for specifics on Steffi's proposal. She assured him that Carter was already putty in Daphne's hands, but he just hadn't realized it yet. She warned that by the time he did, Carter, Hope, and Brooke wouldn't know what hit them. Alone together at the Forrester estate, Ridge wanted to focus exclusively on Taylor. He told her how much she's always meant to him and still did. Ridge brought out a garment bag and told Taylor it was the final Forrester original. He said he had been working on it when he was pushed out of the company and wanted her to have it. I'm trying to make this evening about you and only you and show you how much you mean to me, Ridge stated. He stated he would love it if she wore it. Taylor came down the stairs wearing the gown Ridge had sewn for her. He had put on a suit and told her dinner was being cooked. Taylor noted how much more she was smiling lately. Taylor and Ridge ate their catered supper in the living room. To the beautiful, remarkable woman sitting in front of me. Thank you for having supper with me and for our lovely kids, Ridge said as he raised a glass. He congratulated her for coming home and said it seemed like it was meant to be. Steffi called to ask if Taylor was coming home for supper, but she told her that she was enjoying a special evening with Ridge. Steffi hoped the evening was everything Taylor dreamed of. When she hung up and told Finn, he felt it sounded promising, and Steffi agreed. Ridge added that Steffi has always been their biggest champion. Taylor emphasized how much it meant that Ridge had been there through her health issue and said it pushed them closer together. She remarked that for a long time, she didn't think that an evening like they were experiencing was conceivable. She related what Steffi had said about the evening being everything she dreamed of. Ridge stood up and held Taylor's hand. She rose up, and they slow danced in the living room while staring warmly at one another and kissed. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Daphne's shocking betrayal of Steffi, the new wingwoman for Carter and Hope. The bold and the beautiful rumors and updates indicate Steffi Forrester Finnegan is engaging the expertise of renowned fragrance Daphne Rose to retake Forrester Creations. Although Steffi believes she's onto a smart scheme, might there be an unexpected turn of events in store? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What if Daphne Rose supports Carter Walton's takeover? What if Daphne lands a position at Forrester Creations and finds herself totally backing Carter Walton's planned takeover? Could Steffi's insider ultimately turn against her? Recent episodes show Daphne exploding onto the scene at Forrester Creations, her presence igniting high hopes for a transformative encounter. While Carter and Hope Logan were attracted by the lovely aroma of Daphne's perfume, it left quite an effect. Although Carter had his misgivings, he was unwilling to let Daphne slip away. Eventually, it looks that Daphne is destined to land the account at Forrester Creations. B&B spoilers. Steffi Forrester's scheme. Steffi is influencing Daphne to cause turmoil for Carter and Hope, and Daphne has two duties at hand. Her primary purpose is to enter Forrester Creations and obtain information. But the good news for her is that she won't be doing it solo, since Steffi intends to make her way back to the workplace. On the other hand, Ridge Forrester feels they should resolve problems through legal procedures. Yet, Steffi responds that there isn't adequate time to take that path. This sets the setting for Daphne's secondary objective. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Daphne Rose will be after Carter Walton as her new man. Daphne's forthcoming storyline hints at her secondary goal of winning over Carter as her new love interest.
It seems she's on the lookout for romance, and perhaps a little spark could be her reward for supporting Steffi. However, Daphne's conduct is starting to come off as a bit strange. It's hard to know if she's being fun or if her actions are meant to be alluring. With her tendency to look blankly and blink instead of responding to direct queries, along with her habit of waving a scarf in people's faces, it all feels very weird. While the scarf may have had a beautiful aroma, the overall display was obviously odd. Perhaps this is simply part of her distinct allure. B&B spoilers. An unexpected betrayal. What if Daphne enters into that environment and unexpectedly finds herself falling for Carter? While Daphne and Steffi might feel she's only toying with his affections, there's the opportunity for a genuine romance to emerge. Delving deeper, Daphne could very well grow to accept Carter's dreams and aspirations. Imagine the twist if, in the end, Daphne chooses to side with Carter over Steffi. With someone as talented as Daphne in the fragrance industry, has Steffi just played her cards wrong? Taylor and Ridge's night of romance. With Brooke reeling after her dramatic talk with Ridge, she licks her wounds at Forrester, wondering if it was all worth it. Since Hope and Carter took over the company, everything has fallen apart, rebelling because they said they didn't want separation between the Logans and the Forresters, and for the love of the firm, Brooke lost the love of her life, and the Forresters lost theirs, the firm they started and nurtured. Hope feels somewhat awful for her mom's heartbreak, but she still stands by helping Carter take over the company. For Hope, everything is falling into place, while for Brooke, everything is falling apart. Not only are she and Ridge battling, but she has to nurse her shattered heart with the knowledge that he is back in bed with someone else. Technically, Ridge and Taylor hadn't truly reconnected in bed, but not from lack of trying. Before the ink dried on Brooke's CEO contract, Ridge did had Taylor on the bed at least. But they were interrupted by Brooke herself, and that transformed the vibe for the evening. On Friday, however, that's all about to change. Ridge has determined that the greatest way to get over someone is to get beneath someone else. His resident therapist is just the person to listen to his worries, and her open heart is beating for his attention. As Steffi described it, Taylor was about to have all her fantasies come true. Over wine and a catered supper, Ridge reminded himself of all the reasons Taylor may be his genuine destiny. She is the mother of his children, and they were very much in love several times. As always, Taylor is there to help Ridge pick up the pieces anytime he and Brooke have fallen apart, and this time is no different. But Ridge is cautious to differentiate the two and not let Taylor feel like she's just a rebound for him. He puts out all the stops to show her she's important to him. Ridge starts by giving her a precious present that means a lot to him. An evening gown that he crafted. In fact, it was the final Forrester original that he was working on when the firm was stolen by Carter. Taylor wears the dress when he and Ridge share a romantic candlelit dinner. If you are a Taylor and Ridge fan, Friday is the episode you do not want to miss, as the two reconnect in an evening of love and more surprises. Will Steffi finally get her desire and have her parents reunite? And if so, is it forever this time? Lusty Brooke and Bill hook up in the boardroom and the bedroom. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Brooke Logan is a woman scorned, and we all know what that implies. Sleazy Ridge Forrester has dumped her again, all without any provocation. What a cad. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Brooke Logan dumped. For her part, she smacked Ridge and gave her rival Taylor Hayes a push when she heard out how low Ridge had gone against her. This changes everything. Brooke thought her and Ridge were relationship goals, but the cat has proved himself to be a two-woman man. This week the crows come home to roost. After physically beating Ridge, Brooke may take aim at Forrester Creations. She took the CEO post with the notion of getting the firm back for Ridge, but now that she's been cheated on, she has different thoughts. Good for her. B&B, Bill Spencer comes on to Brooke Logan. On the relationship front, Bill Spencer will never get tired of Brooke, even though he was involved with her sister Katie Logan. After being dumped, would Brooke start to look elsewhere? Definitely, maybe. She can do a lot worse than Bill Spencer, and Bill would love to infuriate Ridge by maybe worming his way into his firm. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Bill Spencer gets what he wants. Tell us, the bold and the beautiful fans, do you want to see Bill Spencer and Brooke Logan restart a romance? Some fans suspect that Spencer has Justin Barber working behind the scenes to get him in. What do you think? Will he have two ins at FC if he has Brooke on his side too? Justin is trying to get Ridge control back of FC. But let's face it, Bill and Justin have a bromance for the ages. It would not surprise us if Justin and Bill are in cahoots behind the scenes. B&B spoilers. Brooke Logan and Bill Spencer team up. With Bill's money, Justin's sleaziness, and Brooke's fury, we can imagine the program placing all three of them against FC and Ridge. Tell us, B&B lovers, are you wanting to see Ridge receive his comeuppance from a trio of scoundrels? Viewers take sides on the bold and the beautiful. For the bold and the beautiful viewers, nothing may provoke a swifter divide than a talk about the decades-long triangulation of Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, and Dr. Taylor Hayes. This week, Brooke lost Ridge to Taylor. In a continuation of the ping-pong game as Brooke described it, Brooke told Ridge she was done and sealed it with a slap across his face and a firm shove of Taylor. But while some fans praised Brooke's courage, others championed Taylor, and some kinda sorta stood by the man in the heart of it all. Ridge versus Ridge on the bold and the beautiful last week on the bold and the beautiful. Brooke made a choice with repercussions. Instead of talking to Ridge first, Brooke went ahead and not only assumed his position at Forrester but proclaimed it to the world. And in that instant, she lost Ridge to Taylor. The person sitting right there to assist Ridge pick up the pieces was the one he usually runs to when he and Brooke come apart, Taylor. And while declaring she wasn't like Brooke and didn't need a partner to be content, Taylor is letting her love tank to be pumped up by none other than the professional rebounder himself. Ridge quickly turned to Taylor after Brooke had made her CEO promotion announcement on social media. He tried kissing Taylor and wanted to take her upstairs to the bedroom, but she had better judgment to jump right in and turned him down. Rejected. Ridge took a bottle and proceeded upstairs as he pouted a little in despair. However, he'd hardly reached his room when Taylor changed her mind, grabbed 2 glasses, and hurried upstairs to join him. After a while of hard petting and kissing, they were cut short of going any farther. Ridge dropped a drink on Taylor, and Brooke showed up to ruin the atmosphere. Earlier this week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke returned to the Forrester house, tried to talk to Ridge again, and explained to him that she was trying to win his company back, that she was willing to forgive him for rushing to Taylor. The chat didn't go that well. Ridge told her she betrayed him by not telling him before declaring to the world that she was running his firm. It made it look like she had sided with Hope and Carter instead of him, and the discussion took a rapid turn south. Within moments, Brooke was enraged, regretted ever meeting him, and she slapped him across the face before tossing Taylor out of her path on the way out the door. And with that, bridge was done. Taylor and Ridge. Reunion or rebound? Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful observed a familiar scenario. Once again, Taylor stood before Ridge and was ready and willing to take Brooke's place in his heart and his bed. Ridge decided to change his focus from everything that angered him and concentrate his attention to Taylor to alleviate his worries. He prepared her a romantic meal, gave her the last of the original Forrester inventions before the takeover happened, and requested her to put on a gown that he had made. After being seduced with food and wine, Taylor took a call from their daughter Steffi. Realizing her parents were having a romantic meal alone, she told her mom she hoped it was everything she ever dreamed of. When Ridge heard Steffi's wish, he chose to comply. He got up, took Taylor's hand, and they began to dance in the living room. But the romance does not end there. On Friday, Ridge takes it a step farther. Ridge and Taylor fans will be pleased to check in and see their favorite couple reunion as seemingly passionate surprises await the couple. But what happens next for the freshly reunited couple? Some fans, even hardcore Taylor and Ridge followers, are ripping their hair out over the reunion. If history is any indicator, Ridge will return to Brooke, and Taylor's heart will again be destroyed. What viewers are saying about the Tridge reunion fan of The Bold and the Beautiful and Reddit user T00 Far Gone wrote on the r/Bold and Beautiful subreddit. Yeah, I don't understand how Taylor, a world-renowned psychiatrist who has seen with her own 2 eyes how Ridge only gets with her following a fight with Brooke, and that he always ends up back with Brooke once everything settles down, is still pursuing this man and has not gotten another man by now. Ridge just left her at the altar a few years ago and has made it more than clear that Brooke is his first choice and that she is his rebound. Other commenters saw the humor in the scenario, like Noxmama21, who said, "I'm just dying that they are on a date night in his dad's living room and that neither one of them have their own house and are prob in their late 50s. Wanna come over for dinner? My dad said you could." Some fans thought Brooke would still follow through with obtaining the firm back for Ridge just to see him grovel. But ultimately, the popular view was that it wasn't a matter of if, only a matter of when Ridge and Brooke would reconnect and Taylor would be rejected again. In an online poll, viewers didn't believe it was far off, with the majority of voters thinking they'd find their way back to one another before Valentine's Day. Ouch! We can hear Taylor's heart shattering from here. while the bold and the beautiful's executive producer and head writer Bradley Bell only hinted at what was to come for 2025 for the three in a recent interview. For now, we'll have to watch and see if Taylor's dream becomes a nightmare, or if she'll get the happy family reunion she has wished for all these years. Brooke's heartbreak, Steffi and Finn's alone time. The bold and the beautiful recap is here, and in today's episode, Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester get passionate. Brooke Logan rants to Hope Logan. Plus, Steffi Forrester Finnegan and John Finn Finnegan become passionate. Ridge Forrester's wooing BNB recap says that Ridge gives Taylor some bubbly. Ridge wants to talk about Taylor and nothing else. Ridge informs Taylor that she's getting the very last Forrester original gown. Taylor puts it on and twirls about. Ridge thinks she is gorgeous. Taylor mentions that Ridge put on a beautiful outfit. As Taylor and Ridge flirt and get closer, there is a romantic supper prepared for them. Over at Forrester Creations, Hope is talking about work. However, Brooke can't focus and is thinking about Ridge. Brooke adds that Ridge must have wanted Taylor because he turned to her in a heartbeat. Brooke starts to question if she should resign Forrester Creations. Hope reasons that Brooke is just feeling guilty. Hope doesn't want Brooke to leave FC. Hope thinks it's Ridge that is making Brooke feel like this. Hope starts raving about Carter Walton's aspirations for the premium company and begs her parents to stay. B&B spoilers. Brooke Logan's heartbreak. Brooke admits it doesn't feel right without her destiny. Hope calls Ridge cruel. Brooke wonders if Ridge actually wanted Taylor the whole time. Was Taylor actually the top choice all along? Brooke does admire the things Carter is doing at the company. Brooke wishes the others were involved, though. Hope says the company is moving forward, with or without the Forrester family. Hope is excited, but Brooke not so much. Ridge continues to wine and dine Taylor. Ridge reports Eric Forrester and Donna Logan are watching a movie. Ridge and Taylor are alone. Ridge adds some beautiful words on Taylor's beauty. Ridge feels they are meant to be. Ridge and Taylor bring up that Steffi has always been their strongest supporter. Taylor reasons something good must be coming from their trials. They dance, then have a passionate kiss. Steffi and Finn romance the bold, and the beautiful recap says that at the Cliff House, Steffi and Finn discuss about supper. Steffi phones Taylor to check whether she would be coming home for supper. When Steffi learns about Ridge and Taylor's romantic meal, she finds that thrilling. After hanging up, Steffi tells Finn all about Taylor and Ridge. Finn and Steffi start making out. Finn states he observed a car moving away when he returned home. Steffi tells him about Daphne Rose and the plan to take over Forrester Creations.
Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.